Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel on this beautiful sunny and warm Sunday morning. It's 9:30. I have been working in my garden, but not today because I'm going to my granddaughter's this afternoon. I've already been in the shower and washed my hair and everything. I don't want to have to go in again. So I'm leaving my gardening until tomorrow. But today I'm wearing a dress today. Show you. First time this year. It was so nice. Thought I'd put my dress on. And for anyone that's interested, this is from Temu. It cost me just over £7. I wasn't sure what I was going to get. It's more like you don't hear the term used anymore these days, but it's more like what we used to call a shift, straight up and down. Which is good if your shape is not what it used to be when you were younger, which mine isn't. So this type of dress suits me. I might even have a look and get myself one or two more. I do prefer a dress to a skirt because skirts, they'll ride up and down on where your waist used to be. Anyway, I am doing, this is a second sleeve and I think I'm going to do an extra row. Never counted the rows because I'm only 3 stitches in. Take those stitches back out. I should be onto the larger needles now because I think I've done the number of rows that I have to for this. Count them up before I do anything else, before I do any more talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's 10. I want my bigger needles. That's them. Put that one in there. And it's knit 2, purl 2. I've done the rib, knit 2, purl 2. But this pattern is a knit 2, purl 2 as well. And as I don't want to carry on with another 4 rows on the same stitch where I have a knit, I'm going to do a purl. So my first stitch is knit, so I'm going to do purl, and then the next 2 stitches are purl. I'm going to do knit over those. It shows you where the rib finishes and the pattern starts. So if you're following any pattern like this, where your 2 by 2 rib and the pattern is knit 2, purl 2, make sure you do what I'm doing, where you purl over the knit stitches and knit over the purl stitches, and that separates your rib from the rest of the body. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm doing a purl 1, now 2 knits. And I was in my garden nearly all day yesterday. It was such a lovely day. And I don't know how much longer this weather is going to carry on, but I started digging my garden because I'm going to put a few vegetables in. I've got a lot of peas I want to put in where I've been digging because I think I had potatoes in there last year. So you don't plant the same things in the same place because it can cause disease and things like that in your soil and that. So I'm going to probably put peas there and put the potatoes over the other far side, I think, if I get around to it, because it is a lot of work. And I have a small area in the very far corner of my back garden where I have my table, and I usually put my lounger bed thing to lie on when I'm in the garden. But it was just full of weeds, all paving things, and there were just weeds all sticking up, and there was brambles because there's brambles outside my garden, and they were coming in through the fence, and there was brambles sticking all over, and I thought, well, I can't put my chair out there, my seat out there, I'm going to be getting myself caught on the brambles and that, so I had to clear all of those away. And then I had my little tool in between the paving slabs, getting all the weeds out. Took me quite some time, and it was killing my back bending over all that time. So after I did that, I went back in the house, washed my hands, took my knitting out and took out on my lounger and sat down for about an hour, had an hour's rest, doing some knitting with a cup of coffee, and then after that I started digging over. I'd already dug a little bit of the area, so I started digging a bit more. Maybe digging for about half an hour and sitting down knitting for about half an hour. That's the way I'm working it, because I cannot keep on working all the time. That's another needle to put in there out the way. Put my other one there. That's out of my 4mm now. But this is this one here. I have that's the back and two fronts, and that's the other sleeve. This is the other cardigan for the twin, the little girl, this one. I thought I would have had this finished by now, but I didn't have as much time as I thought with doing all the work I was doing in my garden and trying to tidy it up, because there's still a lot of work. There's even my rhubarb's all going to seed. I need to cut all those seeds that's growing up off them and take a little bit of the rhubarb off. I don't need a lot of it, because I take it off and cook it and then freeze it, and then I use it during the year, so I don't need very much, because I only have something now and again with it, like a crumble or rhubarb pie, something like that. But anyway, like I said, I had a lot of work to do in my garden and that, so I didn't get very much knitting actually done, and it was rather warm. Even when I was sitting knitting, my hands were getting sticky. I have just a little tub with talc thing in. I had to go in the house and get that and rub it on my hands and on the needles to stop them from getting sticky. That's the only problem when it's lovely and warm. It's very hard trying to knit, because your hands get really hot and sticky. But anyway, I'm doing what I can of this before I go down my granddaughter's, and as soon as I've finished this little cardigan, I have a little hat to go with the little baby cardigan that I have had to do, and then a blanket, and I will be working on the blanket the whole time, all day and all night, till I get these finished, and I can send them off to the United States. And then after that I can start doing my things that I do crochet in the mornings, and carry on with Derek's cardigan in the afternoon, and then work on my cardigan of the night time once I get these things sorted and get them sent off. The blanket won't take me very long if I work on it all the time instead of chopping and changing to other things. That's what I normally do, but because this was an order I hadn't realised I had, I'm just getting it finished and getting it sent out. So that's just a little bit for this lovely Sunday morning. I'm going to have a look on my phone just to see what kind of weather I'm getting for the next few days. It actually says at the moment, I'm seeing it's 9:30, only supposed to have 11 or 12 degrees. I've been outside my back garden and it's lovely and warm. It's more than any 11 or 12 degrees, but it's only getting up to 15 degrees today. We're going to get sunny spells and maybe it's an hour of all sunshine and the rest is sunny spells. And then later on tonight, rain. It's got rain on here, but it doesn't say that I'll get it where I live, because this thing's not always right, because it's for a large area of the northeast. And then Monday, because we were yesterday, I think was 22 degrees. Monday we're getting 20 degrees, sunshine nearly all day. Sometimes sunny spells and sometimes it's sunshine for about from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It's sunshine all the time. And that's 20 degrees. And then Tuesday the rain's starting again. Down to 14 degrees on Tuesday. 15 degrees on Wednesday with sunny spells. Thursday 16 degrees but misty and foggy. No sunshine at all. You know, we never get 2 days of light in this country, do we? So anyway, that's the weather where I live for the next few days. I was hoping it was going to stay like it's been. But this thing I get on my phone is not always right because it is for a very large area of the northeast. And it isn't always right for where I live. So I'm hoping it's wrong, except for the days when we're getting good weather. Anyway, I'll shut that down. So it looks like any days with rain I'll be sitting knitting, so I won't be able to get out in the garden. So I will be doing just what I can of my knitting, and then I have 1 or 2 bags. No, the bags with the bottom, the hard bottoms on. I have 1 or 2 of those to do, and I also have a pouch to do for Emma, which I'll be getting onto that as well after I finish these things that I have to do. So that's my little bit for today, so I'll catch you all another time. So thumbs up, subscribe. Bye for now.